Hey guys, I'm back here and I got the dash out of that Plymouth. So what I'm gonna do is I made this piece a while back, but I'm gonna have to come in here and weld this in here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I've got the top portion of the dash done. These I built in two different halves. So I gotta join this for the display, the head unit of the GPS, stuff like that. So I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna tack this so I can make this bottom piece one whole piece. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do here. I took off the handles, but as you guys could see, the dash is coming along. And this I made out of all of a flat sheet. These are out of a newer Ford, they spin. I CNC'd these bezels, but it's coming along. So I'm gonna weld this up and then I'll split it apart and stuff so I could kind of move further. So this is kind of like a welding video slash metal shaping of what I've been working on. And this is for my Plymouth, so it's getting there. So stay tuned and I'll see what I could do after I get this all welded up. Hey guys, I'm back here in the shop. Figured I'd make a little progress on my personal deal. This is the dash in the 71 Plymouth. I don't know if you guys seen earlier, but this piece here where the head unit's gonna go, it's welded in now. It wasn't, it was just kind of clamped in. And then I got it all fastened up in here with some riv nuts because my intent is the top will be upholstered. The vent cover here, it'll be painted. The dome, this dome here will be upholstered, and then this bezel piece that goes around the gauges will be painted. And then the bottom will be painted. So it's coming together. I finally got that all together. So now it's two pieces, I guess, instead of having all my clamps in use and clecos. So, but it's coming along. I don't know what I'm gonna do here yet. This has something to do with the console, because the console is gonna tie in down here even with these handles. And I don't know if I'm gonna create this radius and then kind of bend it back and come down the side and then fold back, or maybe right here where my light line is maybe fold it back and mirror image the dash itself. It depends how big the head unit I'm gonna use goes in, because that line, you'd have to start turning the radius up there, which is about 3/4 of an inch. So I don't know if my head unit would fit in there. So I might just make this come down at this angle, put these radiuses in here. But this has kind of been a thing in the making. When I get a little bit slow or whatnot on the weekends, I'll tinker on it as long as I don't have something in the shop. And I have something coming in on Monday. So, but as you can see, the lighting might be pretty bad, but you can see all the welding that's gone on in here. I mean, this isn't something that, it's very, I guess you'd say, complicated. I'll come over here so you guys could see, like you could see all the welding that I had to do to try to get this pod working to where it's gonna be correct. But it's pretty cool the way I designed it. That's why it's taken so long. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull it apart and kind of show you guys. All right, guys, so I'm gonna show you how I put this together. So as you can see, it's pretty clean, there's no bolts. So what happened is this is the bezel. And I ended up using some late model door panel clips that I ordered, and I've got to put some more in, but this is actually the bezel that'll get painted. So that comes off. Then once that comes off, this will come off. that comes off. So this is just the dome. And then I'm gonna grab the camera so you guys could see. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's bolted down in here, and then it has this bolt to kind of hold the gauges, so it's pretty sturdy. And the reason I designed it like this is I could put my gauges in, and if I have to, I could wire or plug them in, or however I'm gonna do the wiring, because I'm gonna do the harness to a harness and then just clip them all together. But this makes it nice because I could actually start the motor and all that stuff without having the final dash assembled. But I'll show you now. As you can see, it came out pretty good. And then it goes together fairly simple. I mean, it's just as simple as I took it apart. That's why I kind of created it that way. So it's pretty simple. The pod goes on first. Just snaps in. This is the same thing. This just snaps in. I don't have any snaps down here yet. I've been using Clicos to really keep it tight, but you kind of just line up your holes and then there it is. It's all together, so it's very easy to put back together, and I'll have a nice crisp line. Body line, and then when it's all said and done, it's all finished off inside there. So it's coming along. I'm kind of stoked that I end up using these vents because I get to angle them. Oops, sorry. I get to angle them and spin them however I want. So if I wanted to, I could actually have the vents all vertical instead of horizontal. So that would be like that, and then if the person's in there, they want the air on themselves. So it gives it all a different totally look. But as you can see, it's coming together. So my next deal, I'll probably start on the console area, and then definitely I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna use a push button start. It'll be right in that area. Trying to make it as clean as possible. I don't want a lot of crap hanging off. All my light switches and stuff are probably gonna be hidden. I just want the plain, clean look. And that's kind of what I'm after. That's why it's kind of taken so long. I haven't been on it full time. So, but this is an up close deal of this dash. You guys probably seen it in the other video where the bus grease monkey shared it when it was in the car, so you guys seen it in the car, but this is out of the car, and some of the stuff I've done to it, like these handles, for instance, I bent up the top piece, I put a slight bend in it, and I used my shrinker on both sides to create that dome shape. Then this side piece is one piece and the other side's one piece, and then I capped off the top and it's bolted into the dash, but you could kind of see the profile of what I was after. But I think it's all coming along. I'm thinking maybe use this same design going back into the console, so it kind of, instead of just these, and when I go to upholster, I think I'm gonna do like paint these, and then right in here somehow is do some leather with some stitching, like where you would grab it, just so it's not on the paint. Some of the same leather I plan on using. But anyway, this whole dash is all handmade. I started from a flat sheet, and it's kind of been a headache because I've been trying to mastermind how to make it as clean as possible with no bolts. So the only bolts that you'll actually see is the ones holding this on. And the only reason I ended up using this is because when you take this out, the original dash has some pockets in here that's what bolts into the car with. So there's 4 bolts here, and then I've got 2 down on the sides. And that's kind of, I used the factory location. So I ended up using this piece. They had something similar in the stock dash, but I kind of just incorporated in this dash. It'll give me different accents. like I said, paint, upholster, and paint. So I don't want to get a glare. And then on the bottom half here will all be painted. So you guys stay tuned, and hopefully in the upcoming deal I should be able to get some more work in on it, but you know how it goes with customer stuff. So you guys stay tuned, and I'll see if I can do anything else to this, and if I do, I can make a video on it. But I would say she's moving along fairly well. So if you guys like what you see, get over there and subscribe to the channel and catch all the new videos that I'm coming out with. I plan on, in the next couple of weeks, getting on the planishing hammer again and stuff like that. As you can see, I'm kind of busy, so many things to do and so little time. So send a comment or anything that you want, and go follow my other social media pages, Facebook, Instagram. It's Iconic Metalworks, and you guys can see the different stuff that I do on there as well. Alright, so I got it back in the car, as you can see. Lined up pretty good. So what I'm going to do, so this is sitting inside the car. It's kind of hard to see everything, but that steering column, I got to replace it. That's the stock one, so the car still runs and moves, so I'm just trying to do what I can. But the dash is coming out pretty good. The console will tie in, like I said, it'll tie in and come all the way to the back. So I just wanted to show you guys it being in the car, how well it actually looks. So there's the top, and then I'll show you the car itself. So this is the car. It's a 71 Satellite, same as a Roadrunner or GTX. I've had it since I was 15. It was the first car my great-grandparents ever bought new, and it was my first car. So I'm gonna end up putting the air grabber bubble on it. I'm gonna be putting the 6.4 liter fuel injected Hemi in it. I'll build the front cross member, independent suspension, and I'll triangulate 4-link the rear. But there's gonna be a lot of modifications. I'm gonna change the lower valence. I'm gonna try to incorporate something with an air dam built in type stuff. So as you can see, it's a slow process, but that's the way it goes. So that's what I'm going after. And then this is the back bumper. I want to change it. I don't like it. I'm going to try something else. So, but I figure I'd show you guys the dash and how it's coming along. But it's coming out pretty good. So